you've noticed my friends. Wonderful. Aren't their guns very large? Tremendously impressive. They're here to keep the peace, of course.
I don't like you. I wouldn't go to a rat fight with you. So now you know.
I'm sorry to hear that.
The Morning Stream. This car smells weird. Hello, everybody. Welcome to TMS. It's the Morning Stream for Wednesday, January 22nd, 2025. I'm Scott Johnson. That's Brian Ibbett. Hi, Brian.
Hello.
Hello.
Good day to you, sir.
Good day to you as well, sir. I hope you're comfortable. Let us know if you need anything. Fantastic. Hello, everybody. It's nice to see you all. It's a Wednesday. Welcome to Hump Day. Time for us to midweek this shit. And sorry, I got a thing that's about to fall over. Got to move it before. Okay.
Oh, that sounded dangerous.
Yeah.
Broken the skull?
No, although the skull's still sitting here. Carter and I had this idea yesterday, and I don't know if we'll do it or not, but take this and embed it in like a fake earth. Do you know what I'm saying?
Oh, like make a base for it so it looks like it's getting partially uncovered by time.
By time, exactly.
The earth around it is falling away and revealing the skeleton.
Yeah, like
skull.
we've dusted it off and we've found the first victim of the robot uprising or whatever. Stuff like that.
Yeah.
Might do that. Might just do that. Give it a little base.
Cool.
Could hang it up somewhere instead of having this weirdness, because that's gross. Nobody wants to see inside. Look at that.
No. It really, like, you see inside and it's like, oh, that's not a skull at all. That's poop.
That's poop. Yeah, that's gross. That's gross poop. Hey, everybody. Speaking of which, gosh dang it, my freaking dog this morning. So Rainer has this tendency. If anybody drops sunflower seeds, the shells of them, which no one's trying to do, but occasionally one will get loose, she'll eat it because she's stupid, and it will make her throw up every time. She'll throw up every time. It doesn't matter how many times. It's not like she looks at it and goes, the last 400 times I ate one of those, I threw up.
But I've got a really good feeling about it this time, though.
Oh, she's so stupid. So this morning, I wake up to her bed and just complete vomit disarray in there. So right after this show, I got to go, deal with that.
Oh, you got to go deal with all that?
Mm-hmm. I told Kim, don't do it. I'll take care of it. She's like, you sure? I said yes. And she said, okay. So now I have to make sure I do it so that I don't have to have that conversation later,
It's got to be killing her, though, to leave it this long.
Oh, it drives her crazy. She hates it.
Yeah.
She's like, this is
I
so
couldn't
gross.
do it. I'd be like, no, if you're not going to get to it for an hour and a half, I'm going to do it.
Yeah. You and her both. She's like, really, like what I'm hoping is, because Phoebe's here, so she's going to be busy with her, and I'm thinking that'll distract her and everything will be fine. And then when I'm done, I can go blim, bam, bloom. Oh, and then my daughter shows up with Phoebe this morning. She's got this, it looked like an e-cigarette. I'm like, what are you doing? She goes, I go, is that a weed stick? She goes, no, Dad, it's a thing. And she started to explain it. Anyway, she bought this off the TikTok shop. It's literally this camera stick and an app on your phone that you use to go into your ear and clean your ear out, but you get to see the whole process.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It's gross.
I have one of those, Scott.
Yeah?
And I don't care how clean you keep your ears.
It's still gross.
It is something that will wreck you, and you'll use it once and never, ever want to use it again.
Yeah. That's what I told her. I says, I want one of these, but not for my ears. I want to use it for, like, I don't know, just like my keyboard.
Exactly. Like, oh, I dropped a screw back behind this computer.
There you
board.
go.
Now I can use this to like scope around and grab it.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw we did it for his hot second in Carter's ear, and it's the last time I ever want to see that. I don't want to see it anymore.
Yeah, I know it.
It's really gross.
It doesn't matter. You keep your ears clean. No, it doesn't matter. You look in there, and all of a sudden, you are climbing a Manhattan sewer line down into the depths of hell.
You expect a swarm of rats to come around the corner.
Totally. It's yeah.
I don't like it, but
no.
Anyway, I will say this. I have new respect for ears, nose, and throat doctors. I have respect for them now.
Yeah.
Because you always think like, oh, the colonoscopy guy, he does a hard job, or the dentist, always in people's mouths, and it's still true. It's like those are difficult jobs and a difficult place to be in a human being. But now I'm thinking ears are underrated as a gross place to be. So.
They really are, and they get in there with that little device where they're like, okay, all right, everything looks good, and I'd be like, all right.
Yeah, they're like, everything looks good, and by good I mean horrific, but in a natural way.
Exactly.
It's really gross. And then freaking Boomer. Here's a whole other thing. What's with the dogs today? So Boomer shows up a couple days ago with a half of her, upper, like below her eye, and just above her snout. Is that what we call that on a dog? Muzzle, snout.
Muzzle's good. Yeah, snout, muzzle. I guess snout. I think more pig.
Yeah, I do too. So what would that be?
Dogs might not prefer the term snout. No, those are pigs. Thank you.
I don't want to offend any dogs here.
Do I look like a pig to you?
Hey, hey, you guys should sign up to our Discord or our Patreon and enjoy the Andrew Dice Clay conversation we had this morning.
Tons of Andrew Dice Clay talk this morning.
But anyway, it's just like this hard, bulging thing, and
like a tumor.
That's what it felt like, but it was hard as a rock. Like, not even. It felt like bone.
Oh,
and she's not whimpering or bugging her at all. You push on it, she's just kind of just taking it. So I'm like, what is this? It's like allergies. She kicked up some dirt in her eye. Like, what is this? Took her to the vet. She cracked a tooth all the way up into the root of the thing. And it's infected. I don't know why it doesn't hurt her, but it's infected. So now we got to do that.
Is it a shard? No, it's like an abscess or a.
Yeah, it's full on like infection. Yeah.
Oh, poor thing.
So they're gonna go take her tooth out next week. So we got that going on. And I also said okay, next week. And I'm like, really, a week? That thing's like, you sure you don't want to like do it now? Like, it looks bad. I said, with dogs, you're fine. You can do it. You can wait a week. And I'm like, okay. Fine, we'll wait a week. I hope it doesn't spread to her freaking brain by then. So now I'm just waiting for the third dog to do something stupid.
Yeah, exactly. These things come in threes.
And they say she probably broke her teeth on the bigger dog's bones that she will sometimes steal. So Ripley has very hard bones.
Thank you for the other dog's. I was like, on the other dog's bones. Oh my God, what kind of madhouse is going on here?
You should see what's under the floorboards here, man. We got a real problem going. But anyway, real fun stuff. And I don't know what it's going to cost me. It's going to be way too expensive. She's Nick's dog, but Nick's broke, so he ain't paying for it. So I don't know how. I'm going to have to pay for it, but I'm sure it's going to be like $1,000 or something. I don't know. I don't know what dogs. I don't know what people charge for dog stuff. We rarely go in there.
I don't know. Yeah, it can get expensive depending on how invasive or how involved they have to get with it. Oh,
isn't it annoying though that the reason all three of these dogs ever have any issues is because they're all being stupid? Like, it's
right, and eating things they shouldn't be eating, and
how would they survive in the wild if the end times come? It's like Chernobyl. Everybody has to bug out of the city, and the dogs are just left there to whatever. How are they going to live?
Hold on, I'm going to clean up all these sunflower seed shells. I'll catch up with you. You guys go ahead.
Put Rainer in like a Texas Roadhouse and let her eat all the peanuts off the floor. I guess they don't do that anymore, do they? They quit doing that, I think?
No, they don't. They give you, instead of having the bins when you walk in, at least the most recent time I've been to one was maybe 6 months ago, a year ago. Instead of the bins in the front area, they now give you a little bag that's got 20, 30 peanuts in it.
Oh.
And you take it to your table, and you open the bag and you eat the peanuts and put them right in the bucket, the shell bucket that they provide for you.
So they don't let you throw it on the floor anymore in there.
No.
Okay. I wonder if Five Guys does that same thing. Probably do. All right.
Five Guys, no. Five Guys still has the shells, like the bins out in the open, and the scooper and the cardboard boats. And same as it ever was.
Look at them, dude.
Guys.
Look at them defying the not the law, but defying the needs.
They just put a thing on their door that says, "Hey, people, we've got shells. We've got peanuts here. So don't even loiter outside if you've got a peanut allergy."
They should have a fake statistic up on the poster that says 1 out of every 5 guys has a peanut allergy. They should say that. Really lean into the Five Guys part of it, you know?
4 guys and 1 guy that's having a hard time breathing.
That's right. I haven't eaten there in a while because their prices have gone way up.
Oh, have they?
Way up. You know, everybody had a post-pandemic bump. They had a massive one, and I don't like it. No, sir, I don't. So I haven't been there in a long time. Hey, we got a message from Jeff Sire up in Canada, and here's what he has to say.
Canada!
This was on the peyote shortage tip that we talked about yesterday.
Oh, yeah. Right, okay.
The Native Americans can't get enough peyote cactus, and the white people are taking it all. Like we do. We do this with the natives. We come in, we take your shit, and then we
say, here's some land, build something.
Yeah,
build a casino, move your reservation here. There's no river or anything. That seems perfect.
Yeah, it seems great. Enjoy it out here in the middle of nowhere. Have fun.
Yeah.
So here's what he says. He sent this to you as well, I think. After today's talk about peyote shortages, I thought I would recommend a documentary that you guys would find interesting. It's on Netflix, and it's called How to Change Your Mind. It's based on a book by the same name, also read by Michael Pollan. By a weird twist, he is the brother of Tracy Pollan, Michael J. Fox's wife. Is it Tracy Pollan?
Okay. Tracy Pollan.
Tracy Pollan. Okay. That A is throwing me. He's a legit journalist and wrote a very famous book on the food industry. It's about hallucinogenics being used in psychiatry. Each episode is about a different drug, and the peyote one touches on the overuse by white people. It's not really a drug doc, more of a medical industry look at drugs. Really good, says Jeff. I have to check it out. That's not a Canadian-only Netflix thing, is it? Let's find out. It's called
I don't know.
How to Change Your Mind?
Yeah, How to Change Your Mind.
Change Your Mind. It says here we go. Oh, I know this dude. Kim loves this guy. He's the food science guy. Hold on. I've heard this dude 100 times do other things. Maybe I've even seen this. Kim loves this dude.
Oh, okay.
He looks like Larry David if Larry David was normal.
Right, a clean-cut Larry David.
Yeah, something about that always reminds me of him. Anyway, I'll check it out. I loved his other stuff he was in. He's in, let's see. Yeah, Cooked.
Wow, I like these.
So
it's really like, it's not how to change, like it's not, based on his initial description, I'm like, oh, change your mind about things that you believe, like about the peyote and da-da-da. No, it's like how to alter your mind.
Yeah.
Alter being a synonym for change.
The physiology.
So LSD, psilocybin, MDMA, mescaline. I love it.
All the good stuff. The show I was thinking of that I'd seen before is the show he did called Cooked in 2016. It's very good. Would highly recommend that. It's quite good. I think it's based on his books or whatever. Oh, he has a newer one called Food Inc. too. So he wrote Food Inc. And there's a new documentary that's out now. All right, then.
That's cool.
Well done, Michael Pollan. And I hope Michael J. Fox is eating well because you're influencing him every time you guys have Thanksgiving. All right.
I'm just taking a lot of mushrooms, Doc.
Check this out. You know, yesterday I said that I saw some food at Costco that looked like it was supposed to say bean, but it looked like peen to me. I was wrong. Yes. It was actually pears, but it still looked like peen. Oh. So here you go.
Oh, yeah, organic pears. Okay,
that's pretty close to an N, dude. That's all I'm saying. Look at that thing.
Yeah, but you wouldn't spell peens P-E-A-N-S.
Oh, that's a good point. You wouldn't, would you?
P-E-E-N-S, yeah.
That's a good point, yeah. There would be no A. But I still think that N's a little sus. That's all I'm saying.
It's closer to saying organic bears than it is to saying organic beans.
I don't trust anything but organic bears. That's the only
just
bear.
Just organic bears, please. Thank you.
If I'm going to eat a bear, organic all the way.
Farm to table, please.
That's right. Well, anyway.
With that grizzly.
It is time for Brian Dunaway to join us, as you know.
Yeah.
And let's see if he's around. I know he is.
I've done my duty. We had almost a perfect game last night at trivia. We got every single question right, all the way up until the last photo question when it just said, name this boy, and it showed a picture of a blonde dude sitting there. Let me see if I can find that exact picture.
Yeah. Just name
because
this boy.
I'd like to see.
It's a famous boy or not famous person?
It's a famous boy.
Okay.
Famous boy.
I'm all about the famous boys.
We'll see how well you do if I give you a
Wrong.
photo that they
famous
gave
boys.
us. Where is it? Where is...
I'm going to play this while you do that.
Yeah, please do.
Hey, Brian Dunaway, what are you doing over there? How you doing?
No, hi, Scott and Brian. How are you doing?
Doing all right.
We're good.
Okay. We are going to, of course, play a game in a moment. Brian's going to share with us a photo. We're going to see if either you or I can recognize
the photo that they use, so I'm going to try and find one that is the same.
So it's a famous
age.
kid, like a.
It's a famous person.
Okay.
We're playing 20 questions. Famous person. Is it a?
This was our final question in trivia last night, and we were told to name this boy.
Is it a rock or a mineral? Okay.
Name him.
Yeah.
He looks really familiar to me.
Are you showing something somewhere, like on Discord?
We're showing it on screen and in Discord. If you,
and I'll send you the camera too.
There you
go.
Oh yeah, this guy. Yeah, I know this guy.
Yeah. How to name him? I can't name him. I know him too, but I can't name him. Who is it?
That's the guy.
That's the guy. He looks like one of the
Boris Smellgood.
He wasn't. He wasn't Iceman in the X-Men movies, right?
He was not Iceman.
Okay. Yep. Famous actor.
So far, two people are on the right track in our chat room, but still, nobody's provided a.
He looks real. He looks like an amalgamation of several people that we know.
Stephanie. Stephanie got it. Then Leslie. Then Randy.
This is I just realized this is a singer, but I don't know his name.
It's Brian Luttrell from Backstreet Boys.
Backstreet Boys. Okay, yeah, Backstreet Boys. I can see it now.
Yeah. We got so far as knowing, it's the short blonde kid from Backstreet Boys, not to be confused with the tall blonde kid who we think was Aaron Carter.
Right.
or Nick Carter. Which one was in the?
No shit. Now I don't know.
Yeah, Nick Carter.
The real problem is that shirt. I can't stop looking at the shirt. The shirt is more famous than he is at this point. I'm just it's not.
So who was in? Who am I thinking? I'm thinking the one of the Wahlbergs was in something. The Donnie Wahlberg was in Backstreet Boys. Not movies, like pre-movies.
On the Block.
New Kids on the Block. That's it.
Yeah.
They all blend together. I could only keep like.
I only got so much boy band space in my brain, right? Only got so much allocated for that.
I could keep Boys to Men separate.
Cliché is taking up so much of that room.
Yeah, Boys to Men was easy to keep a separate. Yeah. So was Menudo. I could keep them separate.
Sure.
For obvious racial reasons, yes. Okay. But all the other ones blend together like a big white boy soup.
I think I could. I mean, you see Timberlake. You see Lance Bass, you see JC. Oh no, JC was in Backstreet Boys, wasn't it?
There has never been a boy band group that I did not at least have one song that I liked and sung.
Yeah,
there we go.
Yeah, no, that's true. You know what? I'm with you there. There's a good one from each of them.
Yes, at least one, and I've definitely sang it and danced to it.
I Want It That Way is a banger. It's a good song.
Yeah.
I like it.
Tell me why.
Why? All right. What are we doing? Oh, we're gonna bring in Tally.
I thought this was the game.
We got a little sidetrack there. All right, this should work. I see her in the list. That means I think she's on her way. Tally, are you there? Can we hear you? Hello?
Oh no.
Tally?
She's still ringing. She is not connected. I see it.
Oh, she's still.
On my side,
you're right. Rings of ringage. There we go. Tally, are you there? Hello? Now we have the rings of speakage, but no.
Yep.
It's been so long. I almost enjoy Tally.
Well, we're closer now.
My expectation is there will be no Tally.
Oh,
yes.
We can sort of hear you. You're really quiet though. Let's see. I'll max you.
Hi.
I have you at 200%, but that you're still kind of quiet.
Max.
Okay, well, is that? I don't know. I can't do anything.
You can't do anything.
Okay.
I'm not moving. I just picture you sitting in a chair and going, I ain't moving. I ain't turning no buttons. I ain't clicking shit.
Yeah.
Thank you. It's Discord.
It's fine with me. We'll keep you on the quiet side. We finally made this happen, and I'm really glad that it happened because you've been trying forever to get in, and last week was a cluster F. So now this time you're really in. And Brian, you should explain to Tally how these games work and what she might be up to winning today.
I will happily do all of that. It's time to play the Tadpooley Feud. I've surveyed the Tadpool on some nerdy topics, and Scott and Brian will have to predict the answers that they gave us. It is their job to see how many of those answers they can guess.
Wow.
I just try and change it up a little bit. Sure. Tally, your job is more important than ever because you're going to be working with one of these chuckleheads. If your team wins, you get a prize package that includes Cyrilim 3 and Colt Canyon.
Oh, Colt Canyon's awesome.
Colt Canyon, good. What was that other thing?
Cyrilim 3.
Never heard of it. That's one I've not heard of.
Cyralim. I was trying to see if it spells anything backwards, but Milleriz.
Colt Canyon's legit, though. I love that game. It's really good.
Good game.
Great. Tally, I just want to say one quick thing. I love how your little slogan tag on your name is, "Does Bruno Mars is gay?"
Oh God, that's a deep cut for Game Grumps fans. Honestly,
I like it.
Great.
I think that's great.
Because there's like an old article that's like in horribly written English that's literally called that. Like, does Bruno Mars is gay? The rumor come out.
I've never heard of it before. I think it's awesome.
I can link it on the Discord.
That's amazing.
So funny.
Well, there you go. Brian, let's get to it and see how we do. Let's get our fingers on these buzzers.
We asked 424 tadpoolers to give their best answer to this. Put your hands on your buzzers and answer this following question. What trait would you ask for from the Wizard of Oz? Scott.
I'm just now formulating the question myself in my head. What the hell are you talking about? Trait.
Trait. Yeah, what tray? I'd like some cheese with that.
What crate?
What crate?
I'm gonna go with invincibility. I don't know what else to say.
Sure. All right, show me invincibility.
He doesn't give those, so I don't know why I thought of that.
No, but that yeah, there's only
asked for a brain.
Sure. All right, let's see. Show me brains. Brains.
Yeah.
Number 2 answer on the board. You have Tally as a partner, and the two of you are going to rock this thing.
Let's do it.
Yeah, there's only you only got the Tin Man, the Scarecrow, and the Lion. So and there's 10 answers up here. So there have to be traits up here that aren't.
What about Dorothy? Dorothy had a trait she wanted.
Did she?
What was her trait?
Yeah,
that she wanted?
To be relocated.
Really? I don't remember her needing a trait. I think she was like, I just want my dog and click my heels together and get the F out of here. I think that was her whole thing.
Yes.
All right. Had the power to go home all along. Tally, do you have a trait that we want to throw up on the board here?
I don't know. I mean, like, he wasn't known for like handing out superpowers or anything.
Well, that's what I thought was kind of weird.
Let's
too,
say he could, right? Let's see. I mean, he really couldn't do anything. He was kind of useless. But
and since there are 10 of these, there's got to be like somebody's put something like super strength or invisibility or some shit like that. Why am I helping?
I'm helping. Think along those lines. Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you think we should go for the big 3 first and then kind of go from there?
Yeah. Well, I mean, the question is, what would you ask the Wizard of Oz?
Right.
The actual question is, how did the tadpole interpret this?
Correct.
Right. Yep. Very good. You know how this works.
Yeah, you've been around this rodeo a couple times.
Yeah, they're probably I think they're going to treat it just like what's your favorite superpower that you'd ask for? Right. Invulnerability. Was that already asked?
Yeah.
Scott said invisibility.
No, I said invulnerability. I literally said that.
Vulnerability. Yeah.
Look at that. Look at that. We squeezed at him.
Yeah. And
I merged invincibility and invulnerability into the same thing. That was number 17 on the list, by the way.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. So then we'll go flight.
Yeah, flight.
Lighter than gravity.
Yeah.
Correct.
I mean,
the trait of lighter than gravity.
Okay. Ask him to defy gravity and then fly home back to Kansas. Realize it kind of sucks there and then go back to Oz.
Yeah, no doubt. There's color there in Oz. Jeez.
You can make me like one of them. Then they're monkeys. Wiz. Show me flight. Oop.
Oh, nice. Good point.
Number 6 on the board. Good points. 8 points right now for Tally and Brian.
I love how Brian's first guess was almost his name.
Yeah, smart. Well, plus that and the fact I'm constantly walking around whistling. I don't know why everybody always assumes it's brain, but yeah, I always walk around whistling because all three of them it's all just the same, a variation on the same song. Everybody assumes I'm talking about brains. Jerks.
I like it.
I could doodle. Callie, you have another answer?
If I only could fly like a monkey.
What are even the other two? Oh, never mind. I know them.
Oh yeah, I don't know, Scott. I want you to tell us, and then we'll.
Nope. You guys go ahead. You and Tally got this.
How about what do you think, Tally? You got another one?
I don't know. What's the generic kind of?
I mean, the standard ones are courage was the other one, right? Everybody's always looking for courage, and so is the
power.
No, but it's one of the.
No, but it's the trait is to the point of the question.
It's like brains.
I don't think anyone's asking for superpower brains. Is that?
Yeah, no.
Well, yeah, no, but super intelligence is like
right.
The power. It's like you get mutated and then suddenly you understand quantum physics. But
how about super strength like a Hulk? That's courage, right?
You got about 25 minutes to play this game, folks.
No, I am courageous and confident that I can punch the crap out of you. So strength.
All right, strength. Let's do it.
So what's our final answer? Telly, what did we say?
Strength.
Okay. All right. Show me strength.
Isn't
Big
strength for the longest single syllable word in the English language?
Yeah. Is it really
stressed or strength? Yeah.
Strength.
Did you also bundle in pectoral muscles into strength? Is that all like bundled together?
Pectoral muscles, that's just part of the sex appeal.
Right.
Yeah, throbbing pecs, baby.
All right, Tally, go ahead.
All right.
Got another one?
Strength, past tense, strength or scrunched is the longest single syllable.
I only
word,
had some
letters.
Scrunched? I only had some strength.
Scrunched. I don't know what scrunched means, but...
Like scrunched face, I guess. Like she scrunched her face.
Scrunched.
I think of that as more as scrunched, right? Scrunched.
What about scrunched? Is
all I'm hearing is
word?
Squanch, like from Rick and
Morty.
Yeah,
squanch. That's what I'm hearing too from Rick and Morty. Squanch. Yep.
To crackle, to crunch, or scranch is the definition.
Oh, to scranch. Well, that clears it up.
Yeah.
Make a crushing noise to scrunch.
All right. I like it.
Would you quit scrunching your celery?
That's right.
I'm going to go scrunch a bag of salad.
We're playing a game.
Heck with swell. Let's start using scrunch.
Yeah, I like it. Screw swell.
All right. Well, anyway, we're playing a game.
Here, I'm going to scrunch it.
Hey, Brian, we only have 25 minutes.
That was a scrunch. You hear it?
Oh, yeah, you're scrunching.
Scrunching it, yeah.
Yeah, so let's say super speed, like the Flash.
Super speed. Good answer. Good answer.
Speed. Show me super speed. Pew! Oh.
Okay.
Huh.
I'm gonna
super speed. Not even on the list. Amazingly enough. Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
They're so wrong.
They are wrong. That's absolutely wrong.
Sure.
Let's get courage out of the way. Just do it.
All right. Sure. Show me the knife. Number one answer on the board.
Yeah, but these are actual ones they had in the Oz thing, so I know people use them. Of course. All right, brains, courage. The other one was...
really want to be Green Lantern, I guess. I don't know.
What is it? Courage, brains... Courage, brains, and then what was
bravery?
Was it heart?
Well, it's
just no, of course not. That's ridiculous. Scott, so listen to what you just said. Does that sound right?
No,
it
doesn't.
Stupid.
It doesn't. Let me think real quick.
No, it sounds great. It's not stupid. Go for it.
Brains was the scarecrow. Courage is the lion. What did the Tin Man want?
About tree
oil can.
He wanted shit. What did he want? I can't remember what he wanted. Damn it! I was going to hang on to this. I'm going to stick with heart. He wants to have heart. Or a heart.
He wants the album Dreamboat Annie by the band Heart. Show me Heart.
Yep. Oh, yeah. Oh, it worked. Holy shit.
Yeah, it worked.
I was
number
resigning
4
myself.
answer on the board. Scott now coming up with 5 points. By the way, one person in the chat said, Heart, mine is broken. Aww. Whoever you are, we're hugging you virtually.
If your heart's broken, what about your earth, water,
wind,
and all the other Captain Planet.
Right, right. You could. It's also it's like airbender shit too.
Hey, wizard, I'd like some earth, please. Great,
Earth.
reach down.
Let's go. Let's dig into some. It's gonna have to be superhero hero powers.
Super Howard's? Super Howard.
Super Hero Howard. So I'm gonna go. What have we not done? Oh, geez, this is hard. Now that we're here.
I mean, I'll help you out. I'll help all three of you out and say, don't necessarily think superpowers. Think of things that you wish you had more of in your life.
Okay.
Yes.
Traits that you wish you had.
He's a wizard, for God's sake.
I was gonna say confidence, but I think that's under courage. So I will say
it is not. By the way,
oh, it's not.
Confidence and courage are two different things.
Well, I'm gonna wing it and say that somebody thought that and put it on here. So I'll say confidence. Let's do it.
Okay. Show me confidence.
Oh man.
Yeah. Number
That's
3.
because a lot of people
hey?
probably got them confused.
All right.
No, I don't think so. I think people.
You don't think so?
I genuinely think that people in the tadpole, for the most part, were talking about
Themselves.
traits that they wish that they had themselves, or felt like they didn't have themselves.
Okay.
Even though all of these, I think you guys all have these traits.
Are
they? Wizard,
I do
Scott
have
and I are gonna
heart.
bring them out of you.
Can you
have heart.
would you say there's a crossover with talents in this list? Or can you even tell me that?
Like talents, like D&D talents?
No, it'd be like, hey, I
Or
wish I
like
could
Napoleon
sing.
Dynamite talents.
Like I wish I could sing, or I wish I could, you know.
Sure. People did answer those things. Those
Okay.
kinds of things. Yes.
Okay, so that's they're all.
Skills.
I'm gonna go
right,
with.
Charlie?
I'm gonna try singing then. I want to sing, so let's do
Okay.
it.
Sure. Show me ability to sing.
Damn it!
Should have said
no,
carry
but-
a tune.
Singing ability was number 30.
Oh, okay.
So,
No points,
yeah.
but a nice deep number. There you go.
yeah.
30
people,
points. 30 points for Scott. Well done.
People think I should probably ask for that. All right, back to Tally and Brian. 18 to 8. You guys are in the lead. Four answers still on the board.
Tally, what would you wish for traits wise when you whip that curtain back and say, "Who's back there?"
Yeah.
Well, if I were to realize that he can't give me much traits, he could at least teach me maybe fiscal responsibility.
Oh, I like that.
So some,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
some money.
Yeah, money
Sure.
management. I
All
like
right.
that.
Show me fiscal
money.
responsibility / money and / money management.
Show me the money.
Show me the money.
Ew.
no
Number
wrong
16. Number
Good
16
answer.
on the list. It was a good answer, and
16's better than 30. I can tell you that.
it is for sure. Yep.
It's almost half. All right, so let's do.
God, that's math.
We're
I
gonna.
was gonna say it's actually more than almost half. But go
Did
ahead.
you know that 7, 8, 9?
No, 30 is 15, so it's almost half. It would be one down. Is what I'm saying. I don't mean up. More would make it half.
You should just.
By the way, one of the things that we learned in this survey
Yeah.
was that one of our guests over the week, over the course of a 5-day week when we do these shows, one of our guests has never seen The Wizard of Oz.
Wow.
Oh, nice.
And it's somebody who has seen a lot
good.
of movies.
Those are always like those people that have
Travis,
never.
isn't it?
Is it Travis? It can't be Travis.
No,
You know,
wonder
I
if
mean,
they
this
want me
movie's
to say.
come on. The movie's really old. It would be and really long. It would be real easy to have seen bits of it and never actually watched it.
Yeah.
Pretty easy. I think it's probably
Yeah.
more than you might think.
It sounds like it's
Yeah.
probably Travis, and the only reason that's crazy is Travis is a huge film aficionado, and that's why it's weird. But that's
It
also
is.
I know.
It's not,
Emphasis on the fish.
Yeah.
and I'll tell you, it's not Travis.
Okay, but I think I know who it is. Then I'm not going to say. That's like when someone hasn't seen Star Wars. All right, let's do.
I know. Yeah.
I'm going to get back into the powers here for a minute.
Okay.
Flame on, the power of fire.
Power of
Give me the
fire.
trait. Make me hot.
Sure.
Everything
Show me fire. I've made fire.
Shit.
No, nobody actually, interestingly enough, talked about fire control or anything like that.
All right.
Surprisingly.
It gave
Do
me
we
an
need
idea.
to think
though.
about stuff like D&D, Tally, like charisma or anything like that? We kind of talked about that earlier. Or is it
your Riz? What your Riz score is?
right?
Say,
Oh yeah, I'd wish for my Mew streak.
Yeah, that's right. Hey, I know what. I now know what. Thanks to Tally, I know what gooning means. I didn't know before.
Oh,
Oh, you're so well.
Tally, you can keep that to yourself. Thanks anyway. I don't want to know.
I'd never heard of it until
I'll keep
she
my
told me.
virgin ears.
Is that when you do the truffle shuffle? Oh, never mind. Hold on. We'll try another time.
Well, gooning is what you do after you squirt.
Oh,
Jesus.
okay, great, wonderful,
Okay.
good,
Right.
good stuff.
Boy, we could have stopped.
That was non-consent, boy. I didn't know consent to.
Yeah. Oh hell no!
Oh,
What do you
hell
think, Tally?
no.
Okay. Right, the game.
Yeah.
It's a foot.
It is a foot.
I don't know. What do you think? I mean, we could go superpowers or we can go traits. Or
Are we
You
out
think
of?
that Riz is up there? You think the charisma's up there? What trait would you ask for, Wizard of Oz? How about a fantastic jawline? That's a trait, right?
oh, that was the Mew streak.
Okay, yeah.
Better for.
Yeah. Let's say that though, like just charisma, attract, like personality or something, or
Okay.
yeah.
Is that narrowed down enough?
Let's narrow it down enough. Yeah,
Okay.
sure.
Yeah.
Show me Riz. Yeah, number 9.
Oh,
charisma,
shit.
taking you up to 27 points.
Good boy.
Oh my gosh!
Not yet completely out of striking distance or business.
Business.
Striking business.
Striking business.
Striking business.
Striking business.
I like that.
Scott would need to get all 3 of the remaining answers though to win. the
Right.
game.
That's what if you're the head of a union, you're in the striking business. That's actually
Right,
business.
right.
Business.
Yeah, I like that.
Yes.
Fantastic. All right,
Or a boxer.
you guys
I know
get
what I would
one
ask
more.
for.
You get one more of these, and then you do have it locked down. So this is a big moment.
Yeah,
for
I
you.
mean technically Tally's won either way because she gets the prize if it's full. She gets the prize if she and Brian win. So
Do you think enough people just ignored the question and just said ruby slippers? You think there might have been, Tally? You think there's
I love that.
a chance for that?
I love that. I'm just here for the slippers. Oh man.
No,
just give me the shoes.
the question isn't did it happen. The question is did it happen in enough quantity
Enough.
to get on the
Right.
board?
Right.
Sure.
I love that.
Probably not.
Let's see. What trait?
Never underestimate the power of the tadpole.
Never underestimate.
That
the
is
power.
so freaking great.
You know what? If we've already mathematically won, regardless, let's go.
Let's do it. Let's get some slippers in here.
Slippers.
The ruby
Make
slipper.
them ruby.
All
Make
right.
them ruby, baby.
Because the tadpole thinks slippers are a trait.
Yeah.
Sure. Show me. It's got to be the shoes.
Oh!
The ability to teleport by clicking heels. Which, come on, I mean that's kind of what you're.
That's actually, you know what? Even as your opponent, I approve. I think that's a perfectly cromulent decision.
Yeah.
That's good.
All right. Now we can just say anything.
We don't know the limits of the teleportation. Is it like, bound? Is it like?
Is it line of sight? Yeah. Is it Nightcrawler-ish?
Yeah,
What
is
is
it line
it?
of sight? Do you have to?
Right.
have
Do I have
there?
to have been there? Yep. Exactly.
Does it operate via fast travel points? I mean, come on.
So many questions around teleportation. No
if
one
the
ever
Earth
asks.
has moved,
Yeah.
do I teleport into space if I think about a place that is in a
At least Star Trek has. I used to have the technical manual thing that they sold. It's a great big coffee table book about Star Trek
I
tech.
remember that. Yeah.
And one of the things is a whole detailed description of how they solved that problem, the relative position of planets and objects and ships and stuff. And it was great that they would do that. The show never did, of course. They never talked about it on the show. But
no.
I kind of
It'd be great if they had an episode or a movie where they the Star Trek crew goes back in time to when they were coming up with the teleporter technology, and they're just randomly beaming people to space because they haven't figured out that the Earth was actually over there when we started.
Yeah,
I mean, in Enterprise, they start off not using the teleporter because it's experimental.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Oh,
Good
that's
point. We
right.
should have had an episode where it's like.
Also,
We keep beaming people into space.
McCoy was old enough to. He was all nervous about it in the motion picture. He wouldn't do it, and then then somebody got fried in it. Somebody got killed in it, and he was there, and he's like, "Told you" or whatever. I can't remember.
Yeah.
There's also episodes of Voyager where they get control of the teleporter and then just beam people out into space.
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
It's a great way to space.
Kazon did
Nasty.
that over
Mhm.
something.
Oh my
I
gosh,
think, I know the Kazon did that.
you're making me want to watch that again, and that's not something I have time for. But you're making me
Hey
want
man,
to.
Voyager's good stuff.
I like Voyager.
mean,
I'm a fan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. I'm a Janeway guy. I'm into it. I can't stand Tom Paris though. What just fell?
Aw, come on. You kind of like Paris just a little bit.
I like Paris, France. I don't
on
like
the inside.
Tom Paris sucks.
Tom Paris got a promotion to commander in Scott's mind, and still Ensign Harry Kim remains.
Yep. Harry Kim, not much better. Not a fan. Anyway,
how about we go with the trait of house resistant body? How about that? What do you think? What do you think? What kind of traits you got here?
A reference to the witches, look, and I see where you're going.
All it would take is me seeing one person getting smashed by a house that I would go like, yeah, I don't want that to happen to me. I want the skill to never happen. This land is weird.
Yeah, so house-proof armor.
I like it.
Right. That's fantastic.
Do it.
Is that really what you're going with? Okay, all right.
Screw it. Yeah, go for it.
Show me house-resistant armor. technically invulnerability, invincibility, but you know.
Oh man.
No. Look, invulnerability isn't all it's cracked up to be because you can't get injections and stuff like that. It happens to Superman.
Right, that's true.
So if you want invulnerability, but you want to shoot up ketamine, you're screwed.
Yeah. Yeah, the invulnerable can. Well, I wonder if if there's a really bad virus going around.
Orally.
You have to take it rectally or orally.
Or rectally, yes.
Yeah. That's awesome. All right. Well, what did we miss?
Suppository you've been waiting for has arrived. Yeah.
What did we miss on here? Oh, I have a thing still.
Still got two. You still have two potential answers.
Oh shit!
You can at least get a couple more points.
I thought I'd bottomed out. All right.
Oh no.
Let's do how good looking you are. You want to be attractive?
Sure.
You should totally do that.
Excellent. Show me attractiveness.
Oh man,
no, but it was a good guess. Let's see what these last two answers are. First off, congratulations, Tally.
Yep.
Let's look at number 5, something that we've all shown a good trait of today.
Patience.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Number 5, patience.
Nice.
Just having the patience.
Sure.
Number 8 is a better memory.
Wow,
People
that's
want
not
to be
bad.
able to, photographic memory or just better memory in general.
Sure. That sounds like the trait you would ask for if you arrived and you was like, shit, what was I wanting to trade again? Better memory.
Yeah. I can't remember.
Let's go down the rest of these. Number 11, your bonus answer would have been focus or concentration. People feel like that's the trait that they lack.
Yeah.
What?
Can't imagine why.
Weird.
Number 12, health. 13, bigger wiener. 14, creativity.
Well,
I was really hoping I could get a spray out of Scott. He was like, he's taking a drink.
It was close, and if I'd have had more left of this tea, I would have spit it because you got me. I will give you credit for
creativity, happiness, luck, the ability to dance, charm. I guess that's kind of charisma. Empathy, energy, gender change, hair, libido. Somebody just said lion.
Well, maybe they want a lion.
I love that.
Two people actually said lion.
I'd be a lion.
Hey, Mike Tyson has a tiger.
That's true.
Stephanie was happiness,
motivation.
not a penis. Happiness, not a penis.
Happiness. Oh, half
Just
penis.
with a
What?
French
Half
accent.
penis.
I have much happiness for you.
Resilience, sexiness, I guess would have been the closest to being good looking. Number 29. Youth, 3 more wishes, ability to stop or restart time. Now we're getting into the single answers. Adaptability, apathy. Somebody said better curtains. It's all right.
Yeah,
okay,
because you can see through them or you can look behind them. Yeah, makes sense.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Brevity. Okay.
Too bad you're not getting that today.
No.
Nope.
No brevity.
Let's see. Carefreeness or not giving an F. Crippling debt, decisiveness, diplomatic, equanimity, executive function, flexibility, honesty, humility, invisibility. Got 1 for invisibility.
Okay.
Lust. Somebody just wants.
What?
I think somebody got this confused with the 7 deadly sins.
I was about to say, yeah. Can I have some lust, please? Thanks.
Never seen it / Monica. Or dash Monica.
Monica.
Oh, it's Monica then, is it?
Monica's are never seen the Wizard of Oz person. Yeah, she in chat said, "Is it even a secret?" So I figure,
well, it was.
Yeah, not now.
No, she said, "Is it even a secret?" So I think she gave it away then. Let's see, self-control, sense of humor, sepia tones, sexual prowess.
I like sepia tone. I almost said black and white color because the movie starts
right,
out.
right.
Smart.
Yep.
Yeah.
The ability to see color. Super healing. Somebody else did say the knowledge about Oz because I've never read the book nor seen the movie. I don't know who said that. Okay. Unlimited flatulence. And when I fart, a $20 bill appears.
Oh man, I would have made about $2,000 last night. That would have been.
That will turn Taco Bell into like the most profitable venture.
I was gonna say,
yeah. Because listen, that would fix the wealth problem. That would probably fix your confidence.
Yeah.
Like,
so many.
You know
things.
what? Whatever.
It would ruin your sexual prowess, though. You'd have trouble there.
Yeah.
It would, exactly.
It wouldn't fix your loneliness.
Unless Tally has a word for a certain person who likes to huff on the farts, and I don't want to even know what it is.
I'm sure there is. Yes, I'm sure it's a.
Please don't tell me
Scott,
there is. There's not, right?
Scott,
there isn't?
Of course there is.
No!
Oh, you summer child.
No!
Scott, look up, Scott, Google Dutch oveners.
Oh, well, that's just to piss your wife off. That's not a thing you like, right? That's not a...
Scott, that's actually one of the more common ones you might find.
Really?
Really?
Yeah. What is wrong with people? All right, that's fine. Hey, I'm not here to kink shame. I'm just here to say I ain't huffing on your farts. That's all I'm saying. Forget it.
Don't knock it till you try it.
Yeah, well, don't fart knock it.
I guess I'm just going to keep knocking it.
Yeah, I'm going to keep knocking it. Well, that was awesome. And as always, this is what we have to play. Where is it? I've lost it.
Congratulations.
But for me, I lose. That's okay, though, because Tally won these games. These are great games. Who gave us these, Brian?
Oh, Kim Kimbazi. Big thanks to Kim. And Tally, if you have any problem redeeming these, let me know, because I know you're outside the U.S.
That's right. Up there in Canada. Keep on.
Lucky person.
Yep. Keep on gooning. We'll see you later.
Oh,
whatever.
Why would you do that to me?
I learned what it was, and now I got to say it, you know? Dunaway, you and I getting together this weekend after we've had to move things around a little bit for schedules, but after Film Sack on Saturday, Brian and I are going to do a Play Retro all about Wave Race, one of the greatest racing games of all time. I still maintain that they've never quite figured out how to make anything feel like that again.
Wave Race 64, by the way, not the original Game Boy Wave Race. No. We're talking about that sexy tech demo looking.
Yeah.
What's the N60 good for? Wave racing.
Wave racing. And even Wave Race 2 couldn't recapture it. It just couldn't figure it out after this.
No,
so some magic
GameCube.
sauce. It's crazy. Magic sauce in that game that was never replicated. I would also say this of 1080 Snowboarding. Both of those games had something special that even their sequels couldn't duplicate. No other third-party
shared
games.
Characters.
That's right. They had some crossover. So I'm very excited about this because that's a big game for me. And we're going to talk about it this weekend on Play Retro, frogpants.com/Play Retro. Check out the schedule. You'll find the date and the time. Hey, Brian.
No, you. Too late. I already said it.
Shit.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Damn it. I got nothing.
Wow.
I got nothing. We couldn't do it.
That was great. That was well done.
Well, the time is that we take a break. And when we come back, we're going to talk to Tom Merritt. He'll be here. And then after Tom Merritt, we'll have Randy. Nicole's got an appointment, so she will not be here. But we'll have some recommendals today. And my recommendal is so weird today, you're just going to have to wait until I tell you before you make any kind of decisions. Okay?
Sure.
Do not rush out and see what I talk about until I talk about it.
I can't wait. I'm looking forward to hearing about that.
Coming up shortly. But Brian, you have to play a song before we can do that. So play that song.
Yeah. Oh, I love when we get interesting combinations of terms for bands. This is a New York City-based power pop gaze band. Like, shoegazy band or bedroom pop, or you got power pop gaze. Careful how you say it. It's a band called Heaven, and they're announcing they've got their third full-length album coming out, which is called Dream Aloud. That one comes out April 4th of this year on Little Cloud Records. This is the first single from it. It's called I Need You More Somehow. Here is Heaven.
Shit.
Maybe we could stuff your Aunt Dimitri in there, huh?
And we're back. Tell me one more time who that was.
Yeah, that was a band called Heaven. Their brand new album coming out in April is called Dream Aloud. That's the first single. It's called I Need You More Somehow.
Oh, it's adorable.
Oh, please.
Well, good news, everybody. Tom Merritt on his way in. And
it is good news.
It is good news. We need some tech news, really, here on the show.
Yeah, now more than ever.
Well, that's really weird. It added him and then removed him. Why? What happened there? Let's try that again. Come on, Discord. Don't be stupid. Create group. There we go. I don't know what that was about. But we're bringing him in. We're making it happen. It's our chance to catch up on what's happening in the world of technology. And we're going to do it as soon as he picks up his phone, which is currently ringing. We have the rings of ringage, not the rings of speakage.
No.
Throbbing even. Look at it throb. Oh, I see it now.
Isn't technology one
menacingly?
Yeah, menacingly blinking. Hello, Tom Merritt. Welcome to the morning stream on your usual Wednesday thing. How you doing there, buddy? I hear nothing. He's muted. Nope. Oh, I heard a nope. I think I heard him say nope.
No, that was me.
Oh, was that you?
Nope. That was me saying nope. Yeah, sorry.
Oh, you're fine.
Didn't mean to.
Stop saying nope.
Oh, there he is.
Nope.
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 Yep.
Good movie.
Forgot to turn my camera and my pass-through on.
Oh shit. Well, that happens, and it's okay. We're here for you whenever you need. Whatever you need, we're here for you, man. All right. Look, first the fires, and now this.
Okay.
Oh, geez.
Jeez.
Can't catch a break in LA. What's going on over there?
We got the Samsung Unpacked thing going on today.
Oh,
and so it caught me flat-footed.
Sorry about the
what does that even mean? Caught you flat-footed?
I don't know.
I've never heard the term flat-footed as used like that. I've heard it used for a gumshoe.
Flat.
A detective, a flat foot, but not.
Let's find out. Caught you flat-footed. The original of being caught flat-footed. Here it is. Originated in sports. Tom's a big sports fan. The beginning of the 20th century, according to the following source: caught unprepared, taken by surprise, as in the reporter's question, caught the president flat-footed. This usage comes from one or another sport, whatever that means, in which a player should be on his or her toes, ready to act. Cited 1900, the year 1900.
Sounds like a baseball thing if it's that far back.
It does.
Oh, you know what? Like runners. It could be runners, too. Because
like you're waiting to steal a base.
Yeah.
And
exactly. And your feet, you have to be like on your toes.
Or something.
If you're flat-footed, you're like, oh, no, I don't have an advantage because I can't spring forward or whatever.
Once again, baseball metaphors rule the earth.
Don't they, though?
Kind of do. Yeah, look at that.
Well, Tom, this is a great opportunity for us to talk to you and find out what's going on. So you mentioned the Samsung event. Is there anything expected out of that thing before we do anything else? Is that a big deal?
Oh, sure.
Today?
Yeah. I can tell you almost everything that will happen because it's almost all leaked. My hope as a person who covers this is that when the announcement begins in just about an hour from when I'm talking right now, they'll just release the NDAs for everything right away, so I don't have to sit and wait for them to announce it like Apple does.
Yeah.
But we're going to get new Galaxy S25s is the best bet. So they're expecting the S25, the S25 Plus, the S25 Ultra, the S25 Slim. Also an FE edition of the Z Flip. Samsung does these FEs where you get like slightly better specs than the regular situation, but at a bargain price. One UI gets an update. That's like, when Apple announces the new iOS along with new iPhones. Looking at a new Galaxy Ring, another smart ring should be coming. And the interesting thing, the thing where there's any amount of uncertainty would be what Samsung is going to update us on regarding Project Muhan, which is their augmented reality thing that they're doing with Google. Are we going to get an actual shipping product? Are we going to get something that is just more of the concept and it's coming soon? Some kind of looking forward to that as being the big, not even surprise, because they already revealed Project Moon at the end of 2024, but the newsiest thing in here.
Yeah, not a lot of. I noticed I haven't heard you use the term AI here today, and is that because any AI advancements will happen?
That's because I try to avoid using it at all costs. But yes, it will be all over this announcement. Don't worry.
Okay. Sure, and is that mostly? I don't understand the relationship exactly, but will that mostly be how they're going to integrate Gemini into the Samsung phones themselves, or like how does that work when it's a Google product.
Yeah, they use Gemini. Samsung also kind of always does this where they roll their own version of Google services, and so they have Samsung. I don't think they call it Samsung Intelligence, but I'm blanking on what they call it off the top of my head right now. But they have their own thing that uses Gemini and powers it, and Google Assistant and all that. So yes, you will get more AI and a new look and all of that sort of stuff.
All right, so big day for
Galaxy AI. How could I forget that?
Galaxy AI. That makes sense.
Yep.
AI in the galaxy. It's a big statement.
Sure.
That's a big promise about the universe. Well, good luck to them on that. I'm sure that we'll get all that reporting. Is there anything else going on today of note that you'd like to mention?
I'm just curious if anyone has any questions left about TikTok at this point. Probably not. Seems like we've beaten that topic to death.
I actually do.
That was the other big news this week. Was the grand opening of TikTok over the weekend.
Well, your prediction was literally correct, except just it happened sooner than you had predicted.
It happened a little faster. Yeah.
It happened so quickly.
I had said on all of the social medias when by Monday. Well, I didn't say by Monday, or I would have been right. I was like, on Monday. My prediction is on Monday TikTok comes back, and it came back on Sunday.
Yeah, and it was like 12, 14 hours or something, 15 hours down or some crazy short time. It wasn't even a full day, I don't think.
Yeah.
So okay,
Marvel Snap took a couple days.
That's right. That's
TikTok, right.
I have a theory about why, because CapCut took longer too. I think TikTok's data is in fact all on the Oracle servers in Texas as part of USDS, which is a separate company from Oracle and TikTok. So that was easier to turn on than CapCut and Marvel Snap because they are probably running somewhere else, and it was just a little more complicated. Just a theory, though. I don't know.
That's a good theory. It's smart. Yeah.
There was a post from Ben Brode about it. It was real brief, and he didn't really get into details, but he essentially said, okay, we're back up, and we are very quickly moving to a different publisher.
Yeah, I saw that.
And I don't know what that means, because publisher...
Because ByteDance is the publisher of the game, right? So they handle the distribution and all that. But yeah, I don't know where on the fringes what the line is and how much work that is.
Yeah.
But if they were able to get someone else publish it besides ByteDance, then they would avoid. They could get back in the App Store, because that's the other thing. If you have the app, you're fine, but don't delete it if you want to keep it, because you cannot get it in the U.S. out of the U.S. app stores, or you can travel somewhere, quote unquote, and get it that way.
Sure.
But it's kind of a pain.
Quote unquote VPN. I mean, whatever that may be called. What is that? I don't know what that is. What a weird thing that might be. Interesting. The other question I had was the kind of protest move for a lot of users to say, "Oh, you want our data? We're going to Red Note or whatever." And a lot of people did, including one of my daughters. They were all excited about it.
I hear it's called Redbook. It's not called Redbook.
It translates to Redbook, it turns out.
It translates to Little Red Book, which is the name of the Mao book.
Yeah.
Oh, it really is. Okay,
yeah.
interesting. That makes sense.
But when they put the English name, they didn't want to translate it that way for reasons, so they called it Red Note in English.
Okay. Yeah, so this thing, I guess my question is, the bleed of users when they thought that TikTok was done. Everyone, like obviously people at Meta would hope they'd all flood to Reels, and everybody at YouTube would hope they'd flood to Shorts and all of that. But it seemed like a sizable portion of people kind of participated in this quote unquote rebellion of theirs. Is there any sense that they're going to be retained? I mean, you're not going to know this for sure, but do you feel like there's like a massive bunch of people there now, and they're happy and they're staying and they're not going to come back? Or do you think this is like everything else where everyone just kind of comes crawling back?
Yeah, no, they're all back.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
Not as many people as it looks like do things on the internet. Always remember that.
Yeah, no, it's true.
Yeah.
So yes, a lot of people, including one of your daughters, including my wife, tried out Red Note. Those are TikTok super users. Most people dabble in TikTok. Most people didn't have the time to bother looking up something in Mandarin and downloading it and trying out. But because we deal with such massive numbers of people on the internet, it always looks like a lot of people, because it is a lot of people compared to what we can see with our eyes around us, right?
Right.
But as a percentage of TikTok users, wasn't that many. And I don't think most of them are sticking around because TikTok's back. right? They were doing it because they were mad about TikTok going away. And it was interesting and it was fun. Eventually the fun wears off. Eventually you get tired of the fact that you're struggling with an app that was designed for another language in another market. And then you go away. The sad thing is that it's going to ruin it for a lot of international users of RedNote. I interviewed Tony Wang on Daily Tech News Show last week, who's been using RedNote for just about 6 years now. And he's like, yeah, it's weird because we use it to keep in touch with what's happening with friends and family in China, even though we live in the United States. But now there's all these other people, like Kevin Bacon showing up on RedNote. And we're like, holy cow. And RedNote had to make a few changes in how it works, which may or may not negatively impact it for Tony, but once all the TikTok tourists leave, it's going to be a changed place.
Yeah, Carter showed me her screen the other day, and it's just a clone. It just looks like TikTok. In fact, I thought it was TikTok. I said, "Oh, you're back, are you?" She goes, "No, this is RedNote." So
yeah, no, turns out there's only so many ways to do a scrolling feed of vertical videos.
Yeah,
so,
yeah. And if you're gonna have features like comments and likes and all that, you're probably gonna put them over there where everybody else puts them, and they're all kind of
and that's the thing to remember. RedNote's been around for 6 years plus. I think maybe 8 years. So it's not like it was invented this weekend. A lot of people are like, they whipped up a clone. It's like, no, it's been doing this for a long time. But it does the same thing as TikTok. So I'm sure they are taking their inspiration from their design from TikTok. But they've been around. They've got their own user base, et cetera, et cetera.
Now, from a legal standpoint, this is just a delay, though, right? If I understand it right, just from a practical legal standpoint, there is still isn't there still a timer? It just got pushed out.
Oh no, there is no timer.
Okay.
The distribution of TikTok and provision of its services is currently illegal. What the president issued was an executive order promising not to enforce the law for 75 days.
That's what I'm thinking of. Okay.
So if you trust that. And if you're not worried about someone else coming up for you, which Senator Tom Cotton has said we will, then you will go ahead and provide the services, which seems to be what Oracle might be doing. It's hard for me to tell how much TikTok can operate without Oracle and how much it can't, which is funny because that's what the whole fight is where that data sits. If it can operate without Oracle, well, then there's an argument that data is a problem. If it can't operate without Oracle, then why is there a problem if all the data is in the United States? Anyway, it's able to operate. So it's likely someone is violating the law in the United States by providing services to TikTok and is not worried about being sued. Whereas Google and Apple have said, oh, no way. We are not going to violate this law until there has been a change in the law. We're not going to believe an executive order that says, don't worry, you won't be liable. So that's why you cannot get these apps from ByteDance in the U.S. Play Store or the U.S. App Store.
Okay. Yeah, this actually helps. I mean, it's a political football, obviously, this whole thing. But just aside from that, it's fun to watch how this is a really interesting juncture in social media in general, and like kind of like who's
an interesting juggling act.
Yeah, who's defying what? It's almost it reminds me of it's like your friend who was running a Plex server with a bunch of illegal content. And he's just sort of flaunting it a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, there's a little bit of that feeling about it. It's hard to explain.
You don't know where to send the takedown notice. Yeah. Except we totally do know where to send the takedown notice in this case. But but whether maybe that's true of your friend too, and he just doesn't realize it.
Yeah, this is like a high level version of that, where the stakes are just different. I guess I don't know.
I think the reality. So that's the legality of it. I think the reality is the biggest move was on Monday when the Chinese Foreign Ministry changed from saying we would have to approve any change in ownership of ByteDance's assets to saying, oh, acquisitions are up to them. That's we're not involved in that. That was a change, and as soon as they said that, some kind of deal became possible. Because up till now, I'm like, listen, if the Chinese government doesn't want this to happen, it's not going to happen. Yeah. So something happened in a conversation between the president and Xi Jinping that made them loosen the reins a little bit. There's some outline of a deal that China's okay with. They're pursuing the details of that now. My guess is it will involve taking the current Western investors of ByteDance and giving them a majority stake in a joint venture in the United States. There's already a venture they can use called USDS that they could just prop up and turn into this. They could also create something entirely different. But ByteDance is majority owned by Western investors. They don't have the voting shares. The founder, one of the co-founders, Zhang Yumin, has the voting shares. So what they're going to do is probably create a joint venture where the voting shares on the US version tilt in favor of the Western investors. They'll bring in some new investors. I don't know if it's going to be Mr. Beast or Elon Musk or any of the other Frank McCourt names that are floating around out there. But they'll probably bring in some new investors. And within the next 2 months, they'll announce that there has been a sale, even though it won't be a sale. And then once that happens and that's all confirmed, and then they can certify, the president can certify that, yes, this meets the divestment qualifications of the law. So TikTok is legal. Then you'll see it show back up at the App Store. And after that happens, Senator Cotton's not going to want to go and pursue a lawsuit against Oracle. He's not going to want to get the SEC to do it or anything like that. So I feel like it all fizzles away unless that deal falls apart. If that deal falls apart, then this all starts over again.
How are people not listening to the Daily Tech News Show or Tom Merritt for their commentary around tech? How do they exist in a world of tech news consumption? I'm not kidding. I've listened to a lot of stuff around this. This is the most information I have gleaned in 2 weeks from all my sources. And I'm not just saying that because we're friends or that you're on the show on Wednesdays. Like, for legit. Nobody's talking about it in these terms. Yeah, no, for real. It's really good. More of that later, of course. Daily Tech News Show. And it's Wednesday, which means I get to be on there and continue to be in awe of everyone's coverage. So check us out. Me, Roger, Sarah, and Tom later today at your usual times. Tom, anything else brewing right now? Do you like folks to know about?
Yeah, if people aren't aware, there are two versions of DTNS now. There's the briefing, which I'll be recording with Jen Cutter as soon as Samsung wraps up, and that gives you the 30-minute tight. I just need the analysis. What I just talked about from TikTok, that's all straight out of Daily Tech News Show briefing. And then DTNS Live is what Scott's going to be on, where we have the discussions, and we give ourselves a little more room these days to have those discussions and see where they go and sort of help each other understand there. So if you haven't signed up for DTNS Live, go check that out in the podcatcher of your choice.
Nice. Tell Jen hi, and we'll see you a little bit later today.
Thanks, man.
Bye now,
See you, Tom
Merritt. He made a face that no one saw, darn it. Did you see it? You saw the face, right?
No, I missed it. I was looking up here.
It was great. It was great. I feel bad that no one's going to see that face. Darn it. He just did this thing at the end, which is very un-Tom-like, where he just went, I get the very end.
I'm bummed I missed it.
I know. I just, shoot. Well, anyway, what are you going to do?
Curse you, camera.
Lost to the internet. Someone will have to mine the data from whoever's capturing everything we say at the NSA. All right. You know what's crazy? If the NSA is gathering as much digital information as everyone thinks they are, and they probably are, this conversation right now is being stored 30 minutes from where I live at that big NSA data center up there.
Oh, yeah, no kidding. Oh, funny.
So I could John Wick in there. I could John Wick in there and destroy all our data, you know? I'm sure I'd get killed, but it would be a great cause. That place is crazy, Brian. When I go down that way, my dentist has passed there, so I have to go past there all the time. And it's this little zone where from one end to it's about a 3-block drive in front of it, where you see these nondescript buildings, and your phone will cut out regardless of what you're doing.
Really?
They block everything as you drive through there.
Oh my God.
So my music stops, my phone stops, everything stops. It's almost like
even if because you're listening to something, but if you had something on your phone you're listeing to, that you'd be
I'd be okay there. Yeah, just anything internet related.
Not EMP blast.
No. And every car just goes drifts off the side of the road.
You can't drive by that place. Yeah.
It's funny. All right. What do we? Oh yeah, Randy. That's who. That's what's up.
Yeah, that's who.
Yep.
That's who.
We're going to get Randy in here.
Randy.
Randy. Let's see. Do I have everyone's files? I do have everyone's files. Okay, cool. We're bringing Randy in, and we're playing a little song.
Well, what do you recommend?
Randy Jordan joining us, as he does every Wednesday for an edition of Recommendals. We take things from streaming services, and we tell you what we think of them, and maybe you'll want to watch them. Randy, welcome back to the show.
Thank you. Good morning stream. It is nice to be here.
Yeah.
I am a happy boy.
Yeah? Good.
Oh,
I like that.
What was that?
Yeah, give us.
I just wanted to call myself a boy.
Oh.
I thought it was fun.
All right.
Like a Backstreet Boy.
Yeah, like a
Backstreet Boy.
One of these Backstreet Boys looking all handsome. Look at that guy right there. He's a hubba.
Yeah.
Hubba.
You were one of the folks that was able to identify Brandon.
Oh, yeah.
Randy, so good job.
I was listening to the radio in the 90s.
Yeah, you were.
Okay.
And the radio, I was so
to brag about.
Yeah.
everywhere I lived, I had my favorite station and my second favorite station that you switch to when there's ads on.
That's still kind of all we had.
yeah.
It's all we had, man. We didn't have any other options, really. I mean, I obviously buy tapes and CDs and all that, but yeah, radio was big, and they didn't have as many commercials, and they weren't owned by like 3 giant mega companies. And that was a nice time in radio history.
Jeez.
Oh, wow.
All that radio gaga.
Yeah, right? Radio Goo Goo and Gaga.
I would love for there to be collections of the parody songs that the big stations made themselves.
Yeah.
You know, like K-Rock made tons and tons of comedy content.
Oh God, yeah, I'm sure that's gotta exist somewhere. I
Yeah,
would think.
somebody has those. We used to have a lot of that here locally.
There are still songs in my brain, like there were a local radio show was going to do the weather, and they would have a singing weatherman song.
Yeah.
And now I know that was being distributed to 150 radio stations. But like at the time, I thought my local radio station was really clever.
Yeah, they were smart. We gave them too much credit, is what we did. All right. Well, we're here. It is time for us to do some recommendals. We're going to start with Brian. We're going to play him a clip. But first, any setup for said clip?
Yeah, this is a movie that currently, Tina and I are doing the thing, and I think Randy is as well, where we try and see as many of the predicted Best Picture nominees as possible. Mm-hmm. And this is one that seems to be on everybody's list. And after watching it, I completely agree. It should be on your list to watch because, my gosh, it's great. All and right. You'll hear the clip.
Here you go.
Look at this shit. We'd probably live here if the war didn't happen. Isn't that f***ing crazy to think about? Seriously, like, we think of ourselves as these like very American creations, and I guess that we are. I guess that's like the essence of America. People created from other cultures, but like in some parallel black hole universe, you and I are Polish and we probably got like long beards and we can't shake hands with women.
Yeah, it's funny. Every time I see like one of those Hasidic guys on the street, I always just think like, there, but for the grace of no God, go I,
What?
Oh, nothing. It's just like a dumb joke.
Oh, that's cool, man. Shit, look at her.
Who?
That woman, Marsha. She's walking alone. We should go talk to her.
We just met her.
Yeah, but she's got this, like, deep sadness behind her eyes,
She does?
Yeah, you didn't notice that?
During the introductions? No.
I think we should check on her.
Benji, maybe she wants to be alone.
Sorry. No one wants to be alone, Dave. Okay, I'm gonna check it out. Hey, why are you walking alone? Are you a big loser?
Seriously?
Yeah.
I've been real curious about this one. Tell us how it is.
Can you have an Oscar nomination season without Emma Stone in a weird movie nowadays?
I don't know. Is Emma Stone in that thing? Is that her?
She produced it, but she's
close.
not in it.
Yeah, you're close. You're very close. Yeah.
Yeah, we were really surprised. Like we were watching the end credits, we're like, "Oh, Emma Stone," and she didn't even like make a little cameo or something. That woman you hear, by the way, that Kieran Culkin. Surprise everybody! That was Kieran Culkin, and it's such a hidden. You'd never recognize it as Kieran Culkin under any circumstances. Kind of delivery. The woman he's talking to, by the way, is Jennifer Grey. The movie is called A Real Pain.
I'm sorry. Wait, and Jennifer Grey? Jennifer Grey? Like
Jennifer Grey from Dirty Dancing. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know she was even doing
new
stuff.
Nose and all.
Wow.
As a matter of fact.
All right.
It's not that new. Anymore.
Well, no, it really isn't. It really isn't. Yeah.
It's an old nose now.
It's an old nose. Basically follows these two cousins played by Culkin and Jesse Eisenberg, who's also writer and director of this thing. But if you told me it was directed by Alexander Payne or David O. Russell, I would have believed it. Well, definitely Alexander Payne, maybe not necessarily David O. Russell. But written and directed by Jesse Eisenberg. He and Culkin play cousins that grew up very close and kind of drifted apart a little bit over the years, but decide to get together after their grandmother passes away and leaves them some money to go back to Poland and see where she was born. And basically, on her, one of her wishes was to give them some money to go to Poland and see where she was born. So they do that. They go to Poland and they join a tour group that is seeing, a lot of the sites and Holocaust location and that sort of thing, but they splinter off from the tour to go see Grandma's house. And the movie follows the two of them, and the two of them couldn't be, as close as they were, couldn't be more diametrically opposed in where they are in their life right now. Kieran Culkin is unmarried, single, and probably bipolar. We think. Jesse Eisenberg is family man, reserved, as you could hear in that clip, and makes the cute little dad jokes, and Kieran Culkin doesn't get them or even notice them or even care. That kind of is the gist of his character. He is very self-absorbed, like I said, probably bipolar, but kind of very likable in that Kieran Culkin way, where you want to be his friend, but you just don't want to be around him for long periods of time, if that makes sense.
Sure. Yeah, no, he has that vibe immediately in this clip. I felt
he really does. Yeah. There's and this isn't a spoiler. There's a scene in the movie where a throwaway background thing that happens where Eisenberg offers Kieran Culkin some peanuts in a little bag that he brought along for the trip. And, no, I don't want any. You sure? Well, all right, I'll have a couple. And he grabs the bag, and you see him in a later scene polishing off the last few peanuts in that bag without ever giving it back to Jesse Eisenberg. And that is it's like this little hidden thing that you might notice, but it sets up his character and who he is. No, that's all right. I don't want any. And then I'm just going to take it and eat all of them.
I feel like that clip, even the clip tells me that's the kind of person he is. There's just some vibe about it.
It really does.
Yeah.
Who else do you have in this thing? So you've got Kieran Culkin, Eisenberg, Jennifer Grey, some people that you probably will recognize from other things. Guy named Will Sharp, English actor. I knew I'd recognized him, but I don't think I've seen anything that he was in. I guess he was in The White Lotus, so I did see him in that.
Oh, that's the only place I know him too. He's Ethan.
Yeah.
He's the rich computer kid, made an app and made a bunch of money in that show.
That's it. Yep.
He's very good in there. Although he's British, but he didn't play British, I don't think. Anyway.
Yeah, he does in this.
No. I mean, I'm saying in White Lotus, he didn't. He was
right in White Lotus. He wasn't. Yeah, but in this, he is playing a British tour guide. Kurt Eguiwan is you might know from House of the Dragon. He was Grand Maester Orwell. Like I said, people you've seen in a lot of different roles, but this is really an Eisenberg Culkin kind of showcase, and it's so worth it. And this is, I think, let's see. So when Culkin won the Golden Globe, was it for this or was it for? It was for this, I think.
I think so. Right, it was this year's, because
Culkin won the Golden Globe for supporting. A Real Pain was nominated for musical or comedy, but it lost to Emilia Perez.
Right.
That's right. Yeah. Now, the reason I got confused is because I also watched, and I'll talk about it for a real quick second here. I watched a movie called A Different Man with Sebastian Stan. It rhymes. Look at that. It's like David O. Russell, American Hustle. But he didn't get nominated for that. He got nominated for The Apprentice, which is the Trump comedic biopic or something. I have no idea what.
But Sebastian Stan won the Golden Globe for actor in a motion picture.
He did,
musical or
but for the other motion picture,
right?
Yes,
right.
Not for
a different man.
That's what I was. That's why I was getting confused, because I was thinking Kieran Culkin was in 2 different things this year, and I was trying to remember if he won for this or something else. But he did win for this.
So
he won for this. Jesse Eisenberg was nominated against Sebastian Stan. Sebastian Stan won.
So is Kieran Culkin in A Different Man? I'm confused.
No.
Okay.
No.
All right.
I was confused, trying to remember if Kieran Culkin was in 2 things this year, and I was like, oh, he won for Real Pain, and it turned out no, he won for something else. But I was thinking of Sebastian Stan after we watched A Different Man.
Gotcha.
No, he won for something.
And then Culkin won not too long ago for his role in the Brian Cox thing. Succession.
Oh yeah, Succession. Yeah, he did the Emmy. Yeah, it's been great watching him go up on stage and accept awards, because he's very much like all the characters he plays.
Yeah,
he is brilliant. He is so quick-witted, and again, he seems like these characters that he plays feel like they're 80% Kieran Culkin and 20% what makes that character unusual and quirky for the movie.
Yeah.
Here's my question. Do you think year after year we're getting to see Kieran Culkin make acceptance speeches? Do you think he's written those and like really carefully crafted those? Because it comes off like he's just talking off the top of his head.
I would
comedians do that all the time, right? They make it sound like they're just thinking.
I think he's just winging it, don't you? Seems like it.
I feel like he's got probably 5 bullet points, and he just surrounds those bullet points with some sort of improv snark and stuff. Like he knew that when he got up on stage and was grabbing the Golden Globe, he says, "All right, well, this one's for me. F you, Jesse."
Yeah,
whatever he said. I'm sure he thought about that and said, "If I get up there, I'm going to say that." But then I think about. I'd say probably the first minute of his speech is close to that list of what he wants to do, and then the remaining portion of it is improv based on a few loose bullet points that he wants to make sure he hits.
Yeah, I could see that. I really like him. I want him to get up and go, I was supposed to be Kevin. I was robbed of the role. My brother sucks. I can do it too. Yeah, I can do it too, and then go sit down. I would appreciate it.
I didn't even think about it, but thinking about this film, there are a lot of parallels to Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, and but not in a we clearly ripped them off kind of way. Just in a that's an interesting. This kind of thing happens with both of them. So. If you're on the fence about watching this, but you like Planes, Trains, and Automobiles and that kind of road trip between a couple people who maybe don't think they have as much in common as they do and that sort of thing, this should push you over the edge into watching it. And I think a lot of people are just like, yeah, this is something I've been wanting to watch. And because it's on Hulu, you can. It's called Real Pain. It's on Hulu.
Nice.
And do you think it's going to get a nomination for Best Picture?
Yes, no question about it. Right now, I'm thinking the locks are Conclave, Honora, A Real Pain, The Substance,
Wicked, and Challengers.
I don't know about I haven't watched Challengers yet. Tina has so little interest in watching Challengers. It surprises me because it's getting a lot of, buzz and accolades.
I'm really
Wicked,
sure
I feel
about
like
Wicked.
will be the Wicked. I feel like will be the let's have a blockbuster in there, kind of thing.
They better put Dune in there. I'll be mad.
Dune Part 2 is another blockbuster that could get a nomination for Best Picture.
It needs to be in there. They got 10 slots. Freaking get it in there. That's all I ask this year. That's it. That's all I want. I'm not even saying put Furiosa in there. I don't think it belongs in there. But you know what? Dune 2, stick it in, right up in there.
Yeah. Okay. What else?
I think the Brutalist could get nominated for Best Picture, but not.
Did I not
Brady.
see the Brutalist?
No.
Yeah.
I don't know if you did.
Did you end up seeing the Brutalist? Brian?
I feel like Brutalist is a lock.
Did you end up going? I can't remember if you saw it yet. Brutalist.
No, we have not seen the Brutalist yet. I don't know if Brutalist will make it to streaming before the Oscars, but the thought, even with an intermission, the thought of sitting in a theater chair for 3.5 hours.
It's a lot.
It doesn't tempt me.
No, I'm with
but
you.
I want to see it before the Oscars, and I hear it's fantastic. And I hear you don't think Adrian Brody's even going to get nominated?
Oh, I absolutely do. I was going
Okay.
to say I don't think the director of The Brutalist is going to get nominated for Best Director. It's going to be one of those.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Brady Corbett. is who I'm seeing as director for that. Maybe. Yeah. I'm also curious about how the Academy is going to react to Emilia Perez. Even this far away from it, I still really like it. But it's a musical based on a drug lord that goes through gender reassignment surgery.
Yeah.
and the Academy in the past has not been very kind to that specific style of that specific.
Yeah. Whereas the Hollywood Foreign Press acted like it was the best movie of the year.
Right.
And I don't blame them, but yeah, it's a good question.
Yeah. Yeah. It should, I mean, the musical aspect, and now I'm being serious, I don't know how the Academy reacts to having 2 musicals in the 10 picture slate, when Wicked will probably be the one that they'd go for.
So you guys think Wicked's a lock? That's interesting.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is this year's Oppenheimer.
Jeez.
It's super.
Oh, really?
locked in.
I think it's more this year's Barbie, but
Well, I mean the substance of it, but I'm saying for the voters.
If it is the Barbie of this year, what is the Oppenheimer? Like, if just tonally, I mean, like what?
Conclave.
Conclave.
I feel like Conclave is
All right.
Oppenheimer. Yeah.
All right, cool. I like it.
Or the Broodlist. I haven't seen. I can't confirm it, but one of those two feels like the weight of an Oppenheimer. Actually,
I would say
probably more the Broodlist, because it is based on a true story, based on a real person.
Well, watch for winter nominations. That's soon, right?
Tomorrow.
Thursday.
Yeah.
Tomorrow. Yeah.
Oh, tomorrow's Thursday. Holy shit. This week is weird.
Tomorrow's Thursday. So you're going to get Colorado native Bowen Yang is going to get up there with somebody I can't remember and reveal the nominees.
Someone I can't remember on stage for the first time.
I can't remember who that person is.
Rachel Sennott.
Oh, nice.
Rachel Sennott. Okay.
Should we know who that is? I don't know who that is.
And I would know you from
From a last name that sounds so much like the word snot. It's really scary.
Oh yeah, you say it too quick.
I would change that name if it was mine.
I would too. I don't like it at all.
She was on Saturday, the movie about Saturday Night Live. She was Gilda, is that right?
Gilda Radner's character? Or,
I think so.
Character that played Gilda Radner.
Yeah, she
however that works.
Nope, Rosie Schuster. She was the other lead.
Well, good luck to
writer, producer. Yeah,
I'm sure Miss Snot will do great. Hey,
by the way,
there
Saturday Night now available on streaming services too, I believe.
Oh, good. Probably Peacock, I'm guessing. If I had to wonder.
Yeah, sure.
Let me now say, so the Hulu, and it's a real pain.
Hulu, a real pain. Yes, thank you.
Excellent. All right, Randy, moving down the road to you here. We got a clip. You got an explanation for yourself here? What do you got?
It's a new documentary on Netflix.
Oh,
Sorry.
Nice.
It's a documentary.
I like them.
And the documentarian in the clip you're about to hear is talking to probably the world's most eminent science educator about science.
Shit. I know I forgot what you were doing, and I now know, and I'm so excited because I share a deep love for what you're about to play. All right. Here we go.
So this is the actual Large Hadron Collider. So am I right in thinking that this might prove the existence of chakras within the human body?
No.
You're not interested in chakras?
No. In the same way I'm not interested in ghosts.
But my Aunt Carol, she can sense chakras in someone's body. And she doesn't need any machines. This could explode at any minute, couldn't it?
No.
How fast do the protons in this thing go?
99.99999% the speed of light.
Your sense of smell is faster, isn't it?
No.
Well, how come that when someone's frying bacon and you walk in the kitchen, you can smell it straight away before you've even seen it? Have you ever tried putting bacon in here?
No.
Yeah, you should try it. You might make quantum bacon.
Would that make it more interesting?
A little bit.
Is that Brian Cox?
It is. It's Brian Cox.
I love him. I love her. I love everything. Oh my god!
At this point, when it's a Kunk show, the person that is talking to Kunk knows what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
They know it's going to be very difficult for them to speak factually and so on. And so you're kind of playing the straight man. And Brian Cox does it really great. There's a bunch of other big scientists in this show. Kunk on Life is about life. It's about our living world and all the different aspects of it. And it's just perfect. It's so funny. It's very, very adult oriented. Unlike some of the previous ones, like this one, because it's about life, it actually talks about, she actually gets into the subject of lovemaking and conception for humans.
Sweet.
And she was saying on the late shows that there was this explicit sex scene, and so we're watching it and we see the scene and we're like, oh, that wasn't that explicit. And then we didn't realize, oh, later in the show, actually, she stands in the room while two people are literally having sex. It's X-rated. You're watching two people have sex and she's standing in the room observing them.
Perfect.
It is that adult oriented. This one.
I love these so much, dude. I cannot wait. I don't know why I didn't just eat it the day it came out, but I just love these things. They're so good. And you know what's great about them? They're not unlike, say, my wife, can't think of his name.
Borat.
Borat. And I love the Borat movies. I really do like them. But they're more about the prank. There's messages there too. I think the second one's better at it, but the first one in particular.
Borat talks to everyday people who don't know they're even really in a movie.
Yeah, it's more about the prank, and there is a message, and that's great. But her thing, you're right. All these professionals and scientists and all these like people, they know what they're in for, but they're also answering honestly and doing the thing. But what she ends up doing is teaching people more about how not to be ignorant and face real facts and make you laugh while you're doing it better than almost anyone I've ever seen. It's so good. Yeah. It's so good. Oh my gosh.
I sought this out when it was right after it was released. She was on Colbert, the whatever it is, the Late Show or whichever one. They all have the same name. And
it's all the same name.
She, Diane Morgan, was Diane Morgan. She just sat there and talked like they talked shop as comedians.
Yeah.
And it was just like so compelling when he asked her what about Kunk is you, and she was just like almost everything.
Yeah.
Almost everything is me. It's like how I would prefer to be. Like the one thing she said she disagrees with Kunk on is mistreating people. Like she's just like, I wouldn't be so disrespectful.
Sure.
But in real life, but like she is perfect. She's just like, she's developed the perfect character for her.
Yeah.
And like and you would think also it would get old, but I've now seen like 5 hours of her doing this and it never gets old. I think this is actually her best work.
Yeah. It's really good. I can't wait to see it. The last one was what? Kunk on, not Shakespeare. What was the last?
Kunk on Earth.
Kunk on Earth.
Yeah. Also, so here's what people should do. Watch the new one because it's all the hype, and then just go back and watch them all. You don't need to see them in order. It's not like they have a continuing story, and they're all wonderful things. All the way back to what? 2016, I think was the first one or something. 15. Anyway.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And
stuff,
by the way, the cinematography is getting better and better. Like for this one, they traveled her to the US and they put her out in the desert and they put her in Yosemite and so on. Just like she's really actually making a serious documentary.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they treat it. That's half of what makes it so great. And that she's sitting with these world-renowned experts. Like we're not talking about just throwaway like, oh, we got a guy at Cambridge, like a third tier down dude. It's like all the top names in their fields. It just makes it so awesome. She's so great. Anyway, 2016 is when it started.
Some of them don't quite work with her vibe. Mm-hmm. So there's a professor of quantum physics in here named Jim Al-Khalili, and he's just looking at her like, who do you think you are?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think he's participating on the level that a lot of them do. Like he really does seem uncomfortable and so forth. But especially Brian Cox, like totally gets it.
Yeah, he gets
it. There's a Nobel Prize winning physicist named Paul Nurse who definitely gets it. He was really, really funny because he hits her back as dry as she is, almost more dry than she is. Like this is I think this is her best work, this movie.
Yeah. He's part of that. And a lot of these guys tool around together. Like I'm pretty sure that I did see him in this. I saw this thing called Science Britannica in 2013 It's a British production, and that Paul Nurse guy's in it with Brian Cox and a bunch of other faces from these sorts of things. So it turns out it's like it's an exclusive group of incredibly smart human beings. And then you put her in this character and say, all right, now say the dumbest possible things in front of these people. It's so good.
It was so freaking funny.
Yeah, I love it. And we're talking about the Brian Cox, not from Succession, everybody. I know that both have come up today. Different Brian Cox.
Exactly. Very different person.
Yeah, different Cox. All right. That is up on Netflix, correct? That's where that is?
It is, yes.
Kunk on Life. All right, Here is mine. Very different thing. Let's go to Max for this. I will play you the clip, and then I'll explain myself. Here you go.
These are common expressions that people sometimes say. You might hear it out on the street. You might have seen it on TV, maybe a friend, maybe your grandmother. So I'm going to read you a few of those, okay?
Okay.
All right. The first one is, don't count your chickens before they hatch. What does that mean to you, that expression? Don't count your chickens before they hatch.
Don't count your chicken.
Okay.
What are you writing down?
Well, the reason I'm asking you the questions is because I'm supposed to write down
yeah, but
your
that's
answers.
what I'm saying. Why are you writing that down?
So in case I forget it later.
But I don't like people talking about me after I go places.
I don't blame you. I'm not talking about it. This is just for me. These are my own notes. No one sees them but me.
I don't like it, but...
Here's another one.
Okay, so that awkward exchange by a guy named Peter Verby plays the psychiatrist, and one of the main characters, Nick Nickus, played by Benny Safdie. This is not a documentary, although that scene sounds like one. And if it sounds familiar in tone, then you know the Safdie brothers from Uncut Gems, their most recent big movie. This is Benny Safdie and Josh Safdie with a movie in 2017 called Good Time, which I had never heard of. And how I came to this was noticing that Uncut Gems was up on Tubi, and I'm like, I need something on in the background. I really like Uncut Gems. When things are tricky in the world, I tend to gravitate towards stuff that seems stressful. I know that's weird, but it's cathartic for me. So to give you an example, I'm rewatching Chernobyl. Randy will be happy about that. I watched Uncut Gems, one of the most intense, weird.
Julia Fox
don't feel comfortable for 2 hours.
Yeah, exactly. Sorry, Randy, what were you going to say about Julia Fox? What about her?
Just that she was Josh Safdie's muse.
Oh yeah, from that freaking. I hate it so much when I hear her say it. She's really good at Uncut Gems, but her thing where she's doing that, where she goes, "Oh, it's Brian Safdie's." I can't even do it without cringing.
Uncut
Gems. Anyway, so I was watching that. I'm watching Chernobyl. I'm watching these dark things because this is how I deal. I don't know why. Just I find it cathartic. And I was like, well, what are the Safdie brothers up to after I finished Gems? Because Gems is freaking amazing. It is dark. I don't recommend it to hardly anyone I know, but I think Uncut Gems is a freaking masterpiece in what it's trying to do. And it's really something. And so I looked around, and Benny and Josh had been doing these other movies prior. I'd never heard of or even seen. This one from 2017 is called Good Time. It stars Robert Pattinson. Oh, I also watched The Lighthouse, if you want to know the kind of mood I've been in. Oh. Yeah.
Wow.
So, I went dark for a while there.
Yeah.
Anyway, Robert Pattinson, Benny Safdie plays the voice you heard in there, who's a intellectually underdeveloped dude named Nick. His brother is Connie Nickus. Strange name for a dude, but whatever. We'll take it. All their people in this, Jennifer Jason Leigh, she is a very small role, but she is mind-blowingly good. I think we all know she's great, but man.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Just something else in this. So good.
She's great.
Barkhad Abdi, I never say it right, but he plays the security guard in this. He's in it very briefly, but you know him from I'm the Captain Now, that guy.
Yeah, look at me. Look at me. I'm the captain.
I'm the captain now. And he's also trying to sell wood to what's his name in Blade Runner 2049. He's a little shop owner guy. Anyway. He's great. Nobody else you know. Everybody else is a nobody. They're all people with careers, but you know what I mean. But
we just lost 4 listeners.
I am a massive fan of Robert Pattinson acting post Twilight. I think everything he puts in is like really good and amazing, and he is great in this. But if you don't like Uncut Gems, you will freaking hate this. because it's that kind of movie again. It's a lot of frenetic running around, very stressful moments. I will say this has more calm moments in it than Uncut Gems is nonstop. This is like a couple of moments of chill, but for the most part, it's this story of these two brothers. They have a botched robbery. The whole thing goes south. They get separated, and the rest of the movie is basically Pattinson trying to find his brother. So at the end of all this, Pattinson's kind of a psychopath, but he loves his brother. That's the one true thing in his life. So he's a liar, he's a thief, he's all these terrible things, but he will protect his brother at all costs. And that kind of is what drives him for most of the movie. So he's in this like seedy underworld in New York City trying to find his brother the whole thing takes place in about 24 hours or less. And it ends in such an interesting, poetic way. I don't even know how to describe the ending, so I won't, and I also don't want to spoil it. So if you liked Uncut Gems and you like what the Safdie brothers are bringing to the table, then you'll like Good Time. It is not a good time, though. In the same way that Uncut Gems, yeah, right. In the same way that Gems was not. The Gems there was the Gem, and then Kevin Garnett thinking it helped him make points and all that. Like there was that whole part of Uncut Gems, and yes, there are Uncut Gems in that movie, but it wasn't really about the gems. This is not about a good time. It's about a kind of a bad time. Yeah. It's really well acted, really well made, and I like what those guys are doing. Apparently, they're working on some new Sandler project. I don't know what it is, and I'm pretty excited about it. But again, that's why I'm just so many caveats here. These are not movies for everybody. I wasn't even sure I was going to do it. I decided on doing it at the last minute because everything else I'd seen was also pretty dark. Like I said, The Lighthouse and watching Chernobyl again, and I could recommend any of these multiple times. But this one really stuck out as a Come on, Scott. As a thing that if you are a fan of what those guys do in film, then you're going to like this. And apparently this is kind of what started them on the road to like mega stardom. The brothers are interesting. Here's a picture of him. Oh no, wait, what's his name? So that's the guy who's mainly behind the scenes. That's not Benny, but the other one, Brian Safdie, I think. Josh, sorry.
Benny and Josh.
I know too many Brians. That's the problem. Yeah. Standing next to him here.
You just assume everybody's a Brian.
I know, right? This guy right here, this is Benny. He plays the challenged younger brother, and he's very good in this, but also co-directs. I just think they've got a future, and I like their stuff. So there you go. It's called Good Time, available. Good Time. Oh, Brian, I was going to tell you what the connection was because you
the John Amos connection.
Yeah, you had said something about John Amos, and
I was telling you about the old show Good Times.
Exactly, which is a perfectly normal reference, right?
Yeah.
John Amos, I'd forgotten entirely, plays himself in Uncut Gems. There's a scene where Sandler's at his apartment after the girl leaves in a huff, and he's knocking on doors to see where his son can take a poop. And he says, let's go up to this one. He's from Good Times. He played the dad. He's really nice. He'll let you poop in his apartment. And he knocks on the door, and it's John Amos, and he won't let him in. He's like, oh, no, you can't.
Oh, that's hilarious.
You can't
so
poop
it's even John Amos playing John Amos from Good Times.
Yeah. So it was just like this. When you said that, I was like, holy shit, has he been watching me watch what I'm watching? It's crazy.
Yeah, I've been watching you watch what you're watching.
I want that on a t-shirt. Anyway, all of that up at quicktms.li if you are interested in such things.
It's there. Yep.
And a reminder that, and Randy, I know I don't have to tell you this, but I think that Chernobyl might be the greatest miniseries ever produced by anyone ever. It's very good. It's so good.
The farther away you are from Russia, I think the better it is. I've read a lot, like people in Eastern Europe and further to the east saying they don't understand why it's all in English. Why is it in British English? And I get it, but
they have answers to that. They've said why they did that, but right. I get it. I get why that would annoy them. You know, yeah.
It's tremendous.
It's so good.
It's just such a work of art, and oh my gosh, the acting. It's just wow. Yeah. I love the way it's edited. Chernobyl is like edited in a way that makes so much sense, but at the beginning you're like, what is happening? I don't understand this pacing.
And Ken from Chicago in the chat, I would agree with you. Shogun might edge it out, but the problem is Shogun's getting a second season. It's no longer a miniseries, so it depends on your definition.
Talking about the original, the original Shogun.
Oh, well, I wouldn't call that better than that. Like the original Shogun's fine. That is not that great. I think he means the new one. The new one's incredible, and the new one was supposed to be.
Because I don't think they ever thought that was going to be a mini. Was it really supposed to be a miniseries?
Yeah, the whole thing. It was just so big that they decided to keep going. So.
I didn't realize that. I thought it was always intended to be a series. Well, good. I'm glad.
Yeah.
Somebody over there woke up and made it.
Give us
just
more.
imagine if the first 3 maxi episodes of Battlestar Galactica were all we ever got. And we would be calling that the greatest miniseries of all time.
Yeah, we probably would, actually, because that's way up there until they decided to make it a series, and it's still great. But if we're talking miniseries, like I could probably, if somebody found something I'm just not thinking of, I could be convinced. But I think Chernobyl holds the key.
I loved it, yeah.
So
for a long time, I thought it was Roots, and my kid was shown Roots in school a couple of years ago, and I was like, I'm going to look into this too. Nope, it hasn't held up.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I tried watching Roots not long ago. It's not. Speaking of John Amos, isn't he in Roots? I think he is.
Oh my God.
Isn't he?
Yeah.
Isn't John Amos in Roots? No, I thought he was. Randy, you sound like maybe I'm wrong.
I don't remember. I don't know.
Let's see here. I can tell you.
It would make sense for Scott Johnson.
I can tell you that Lauren Green was in Roots. I don't remember that. Oh, there he is. John Amos. I was right.
Ken is saying he was Kunta Kinte grown up.
Yep.
The LeVar Burton character grown up.
Yep, you're right. Lou Gossett Jr. What the hell was Robert Reed doing in there?
Do we get to call Do we get to call Band of Brothers a miniseries? Because wow.
Oh, you know what? Shit.
Oh, yeah. I was only thinking about. Yeah, no kidding.
You know what? That's a challenge for sure. I mean, the Pacific isn't a sequel.
That one I've never seen, but I'm thinking about other. Yeah.
Oh, Brian, you gotta watch Band of Brothers.
I need to see Band of Brothers. Yeah,
I think
that's one I can't watch without Tina. She's, and we got other things we're currently wrapping up.
No, I get you. It's so good. Oh my gosh. I love miniseries. Is that a way to say it? Miniseries? Nope.
Miniseries. That's totally. Yeah, absolutely.
And yes, Lloyd Bridges. Lloyd Bridges was also in Roots. I don't know who he played. I assume all the white people were terrible in this, is what I'm thinking.
Yes, exactly.
I can only assume. Ed Asner was in this?
They all played horrible people.
Freaking Ed Asner. That's crazy. Sally Duncan? What the hell? All right. Anyway, there you have it. It's all these things we talked about. QuickTMS.li. Brian's got those up there and ready for you guys to peruse and click and link and all that. Randy, tell us what we're doing for Film Sack this weekend.
On Saturday, we are sacking No Escape, 1994's No Escape.
Ooh.
Can't get out of it.
I agree.
I think it's the last of our January on Amazon Prime. And boy, Amazon Prime has adjusted for what we've been watching. I look at Amazon Prime and it's just like, would you like to watch this crap from 45 years ago?
Yeah,
here we go.
They're into it right now. I think that's part
Make
of
sure
their...
you don't watch the wrong one, right? There's been, like, we want the Ray Liotta No Escape 94, not the Pierce Brosnan Luke. Broken Nose. Wow. God,
yeah, if you don't see Ray Liotta, I think you're in the wrong one. Randy, have a fantastic week. We'll see you next time. Stay safe. Bye now.
Okay, but also
real quick here, somebody in the chat says, does it count? Does Firefly count? No, canceled seasons are not miniseries. Or canceled shows, I should say. Firefly was intended to be a multi-season show. They had plans for that. They canceled that. That is not a miniseries as a result. That is a canceled series. Just for clarity.
There's a difference between, exactly.
Just for some clarity. All right. We'll get some emails about what classifies as that, I'm sure. That'll be fun. I look forward to it. Speaking of which, quick text on the way out, 801-471-0462. Okay, this is a weird one because it's spelled all kind of funny, but I'm going to read it. Scott with a capital T for some reason.
Hot kettle.
Yeah, but look at these, dude. I don't do this. Have you read this?
No, this is, I have. I'm looking at it now. I think he wrote it using a pencil eraser or something.
All right. Scott with a giant T and Brian spelled Bryon. You probably like that.
Yeah. Love it.
My name is Peter, and I'm wondering if you had a recommendation. Is recommendation spelled right? It is. No, it isn't. It's missing them.
It's not.
For a good TV at Costco. Thanks very much, Peter. This is a weird one. I don't know why they're asking us this, but they want to know if we have a good recommendation for a TV at Costco.
You're between the two of us. You're the one who most recently bought a big 40-inch, or not 40-inch, a big 400-inch 4K thing that you watch movies on at home that you love.
Yep. In 2020, we bought a not 40 inch. Why would we keep saying 40?
I know.
80 inch, 80 inch TV from LG, and I have been extremely happy with it. The good news is they're a lot cheaper now. 4.5 years later. I don't know why, but they are. So I would go. My personal brand preference is LG. Second would be Sony. Third would be Samsung. And I wouldn't do anything less than QLED or OLED or QOLED, I guess, or OLED, just pure OLED, whatever you can find in that way. QLED is very, very nice. Costco has the LG C4. I think that's the new one that is kind of top of the line, real, real nice. So yeah, there's my recommendation, Peter. What a strange question to ask. Also, it's Brian with a B-R-I-A-N, not B-R-Y-O-N.
Yeah. There are worse things he could have called me.
That's true. Anyway, good luck to you. Hope you get the TV of your dreams. It's a weird one to get. All right, that's it. Frogpants.com/TMS for all our stuff. Brian, let's get out of here. Play us a song, please.
Yeah, this one is going out to Terry Z in Chicago. I love this. My birthday is actually the 25th of January, which this year is on a Saturday. I'll be 78. I know there are a number of us who share this date. If I'm not mistaken, Claire and Rainbow Bright also share that same date. Claire, who lives near where many of my ancestors hail from, that being counties Armagh and Down, or Armagh and Down. So I'll refer to them for a birthday song. Probably not his ancestors, but defer to Rainbow Bright and Claire. Well, I emailed him directly and said, no, you're getting your own day. We've got a day for Claire, we've got a day for Rainbow Bright, and we've got a day for you. So he told me that one of his favorite artists is Armin van Buuren, and I really like this cover. This is a cover by Jasmine Thompson from her 2013 album Bundle of Tantrums. It's a cover of This Is What It Feels Like.
Frog Pants. The F is for fun. The R is for right on. The OG is for oh geez, that was good. And then pants.
Why are you still alive?